everybody in the gaming community owes Fortnite some type of debt because of what they did for gaming, because of what they did for everything. They brought so many people happiness. They changed gaming, they changed Twitch. Fortnite is global, right? You see NFL players are doing dances from Fortnite. NBA players are talking about Fortnite. You see all these college teams doing something to do with Fortnite, the celebrations or whatever. Kids, teenagers, adults, everybody knows what Fortnite is, and it's truly fucking global. Like it's crazy. I mean, you're talking about millions of dollars that these guys give away in that little summer skirmish thing. And I'm assuming, somebody live streams it or whatever, to, get some kind of, attention. But, they've forced other game companies to, change up their whole, style of microtransactions. Like I said, the game is free. The game costs you $0 They force other companies, Activision, to copy their game mode. Fortnite made people millionaires. Fortnite changed lives. People are making livings and really good livings on Twitch, on YouTube, on fucking Mixer, on Vimeo. Then you have those little what would you call it? Those little mysteries that they put in where everybody thought Tilted was gonna get destroyed, but it ended up being Dusty Depot. There hasn't been one game in the last 10 years. And you could even say ever, but that's kind of debatable. But there hasn't been one game in the last 10 years that has had more of an impact than Fortnite. Don't tell me Modern Warfare 2, I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me Modern Warfare 3, I don't want to hear it. Those games were huge. I played both of those games, right? But none of those games were as big as Fortnite. None of them. I don't want to hear it. I don't COD was, it was super big. Modern Warfare 3, I'm pretty sure it was the most popular COD. I'm pretty sure it sold the most. But it wasn't a global game. News outlets weren't talking about it. ESPN talked about Fortnite. You see Fortnite all over the news. This craze and all these kids playing and, all this kind of stuff. Everybody was trying to get, their first win and all that shit. And then the game evolved. Now you have the competitive teams and the summer skirmish thing that I said. The community, the meta's always changing, and everything. It's so fucking crazy. But jumping back to COD, kids and teenagers played it. Some adults played it, but there was no summer skirmish. There was no COD World League back then, and I guess you can kind of put that on the developer or the publisher with Activision. Activision could have said, Activision could have taken the Fortnite route, and they could have had, the competitive support for it. But, there was no COD World League back then, like I said. Yes, you could say social media wasn't as prevalent, but that's not really anybody's fault. Really and truly, Fortnite was just in the right place at the right time. That's basically it. Fortnite blew up, what was it, last year, 2017, probably this year, a bit. So, it's just, they just happened to release their game, or the game just happened to get popular when, it's social media is bigger than ever. Whether we want to admit that or not, whether you want to say it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's fucking crazy. It's so fucked. When you really think about it, Fortnite is really a global fucking game. And just as a disclaimer, I don't even play the game anymore. As you can see, I haven't uploaded it in months. Obviously, my friends and I had that little Fortnite Friday series, but after a while, I just wasn't feeling the game, so I stopped playing it. I don't even have it on my PS4 anymore, so let's not get it twisted. I'm not being a fanboy or anything like that. I'm just looking at the facts. These are all cold hard facts. Look at the microtransaction sales. People have no problem spending money on skins, but you know, if you look at a game like COD, where, you know, people say, oh, fuck microtransactions, fuck this, fuck that, because they look at the microtransactions before they look at the actual game. That's the only problem with Activision. You know, Fortnite looks at the game, they make sure the game's all, you know, in good operating order, there's no bugs, there's no glitches, there's no anything like that, and then they say, okay, you know, we'll release this skin, we'll release this glider, we'll release this, you know, dance, or, you know, whatever the case may be. And then, you know, like when you have a good working product, people have no problem spending more for extras, right? But when the product itself is broken, or when the product itself is, you know, not what they expected, or not what's supposed to happen, then, you know, why would I pay for something extra when the product I paid for, like, to begin with, like the base, isn't fucking working, right? So, you know, that's just a quick little fact video. You know, whether we like it or not, whether we all like Fortnite, whether we want to agree or disagree, Fortnite really is a global game, and I feel like everybody kind of owes Fortnite a little something. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I am going to be live on Twitch tonight at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, so if you do want to come through and watch some of the live stream, probably be playing some NBA 2K, so if you are a fan, then, you know, come on through. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I said that twice now. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next one.